Good evening, everybody. DJ Styles here at Custom Corpses. Okay, wondering if anybody's going to join me. I'm hoping Asylum comes on. I'm going to need your contact information, my friend. The mask on the right over here is Asylum's mask. And I'm getting ready to ship it off to him. Possibly Monday or Tuesday, depending on, like, tomorrow I got to get my truck serviced. So I'm hoping that the truck is done in time to take this to the post office. But I'm being driven and dropped off. My truck's being dropped off first thing tomorrow morning. And when that project's done, whatever they got to do to it, yo, go dogs in the house. So this is Asylum's mask right here on the right. And this is on eBay right now. I just put it up on eBay, guys. And it looks washed out. And it's very creamy. I made it more creamy looking, like the actual screen used mask. It's got more cream color to it. But as you can see, I matched these masks almost identical. Perfect. The hair looks amazing on them. It's really turned out beautiful. Pipe Master got his mask. He loves it. Yes, he did. He got his mask. He came down, picked it up. He loves his mask. But I'm a perfectionist and I'm getting ready to. What's up? Cherie. Am I saying that right? Cherie? I can. I'm doing pretty good. I'm actually I just uploaded this. This is on eBay. The one on the left is on eBay right now. And this is Asylum's mask that he won. And I'm getting ready to send that off. I'm hoping he joins on here tonight while I'm streaming. I'm really not doing anything. I've been working my butt off. I've been advertising, promoting the. Yeah, this is more cream colored. This is a more cream colored mask, and it's not heavily weathered. Neither one of these masks are really heavily weathered. It gives you more of a, but you know, the videos, it looks a lot brighter than it actually is. These masks really look better in person. They're just, if you look at the pictures on my, actually, it's not on my, you have to go to eBay and look up. I'll tell you what, if you guys can, I don't know if you can from here while you're on with me, but take a still shot. This is the eBay. This is what it's called. If you go to eBay and look up Michael Myers V2FB78 flashback mask made by Custom Corpses. And that is what it looks like in daylight. Yeah, that's I'm advertising on Facebook right now. I actually put a video reel on the eBay too, so you guys can actually see a little video clip. Well, it's actually just the still shots of all the pictures that I took of it in a reel. I created a reel, and yeah, the thing looks really good. You see how much it looks natural? The natural shadings and everything are there. And I can't get that, for whatever reason, I can't get that in my studio. It just doesn't show the colors as well. It doesn't show the shadowing and the shading. It's just the lighting in here is pretty bright, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't look right in this room. But that's how it looks outside in natural lighting. And the shadows and the shading that you see here, there's a little bit of shading in here, but not a lot. It's very, very light, even in the checkmark cheek and the other cheek. The shading is very, very mild, and you can't see it. Well, as you can see in lighting here, you can see it's not really that. It's not there. That it's not real evident. Even the lips are lightly shaded, and underneath the nose is just lightly shaded. Um, just a slight touch of shading, but in natural lighting and low lighting, the features really pop on this mask. They really do. They look good. This mask looks really good. Uh, Asylum is going to be, hopefully he comes on soon. Let me see what else I got going on. I did the hairing today. Oh, I actually haired both the masks. Let me turn them around. I'll show you the hair job on them. I'll show you Asylum's hair. Look how disgusting that looks. The details in the hair. It's crazy. A lot of work goes into actually styling the hair. It really does. You have to tease the hell out of it. You got to do it. You got to make it look gnarly. Now I still have to put the Velcro on his mask, which I'm going to do, and I didn't sign it yet. I still got to sign that one. This one's signed. This is number 2 on eBay. And you can see the back of the head. Now I have the heads looking pretty much identical. Now see, that has the Velcro, so I can close the neck. But I'm also telling you guys I'm going to be retooling this a little bit, fix little things that I want fixed. I want to deepen the chin, the jawline, the neck. I want the neck to be set back a little further. There's just little tiny things that are not going to be too noticeable to the average eye, but it disturbs me. So guess what? I'm changing it. And what's nice is I have a silicone master of this. I'll just pour up another clay head, and I can make those little alterations and make this thing absolutely stunningly, amazingly perfect. And every time I do that, I can make another silicone master. Excuse me, I have enough silicone to make another master if I really come away with a perfect piece. But as soon as I stone that, I plan on making a master copy, latex master copy, and I will then foam fill it. And I plan on making, right from there, I'm going to start aging this into the 2018. But I want to get this perfect first. This flashback has to be absolutely spot on perfect. It's not quite perfect yet, but it's going to be very, very, very. Right now, it's so close. It's not even worth mentioning. But I mean, it's just something that bothers me, and I'm just that way of an artist. But it doesn't mean I'm going to stop selling this. This mask is being sold the way it is right now, and it doesn't mean you have to wait for the next mask or anything. I wouldn't recommend that because the changes are going to be so subtle. Like, look at the lips. Look how perfect they are. Man, that looks so good. Profile is perfect. Nose size is perfect. Everything's on. Everything's on. This mask is really spot on. Beautiful mask, I think. Yeah, it's Cherie, I believe. That's how you pronounce your name. Am I correct? Cherie. Go Dogs. I'll hook you up, buddy. I'll get you hooked up somewhere along the line here. You keep commenting positive. Go Dogs. How many subscribers do you have for your channel? Do you do any? Are you an artist? What do you do? It turns out the guy that bought the mask on eBay. If you go to my website, he did an unboxing for me. You're a cologne collector? Oh, that's interesting. Never heard of them, but that's an interesting hobby. You like to smell good. That's all right, man. Cologne collecting. I didn't know there was I didn't know there was a thing on that. I had no idea. What would you say? I'll tell you what. I love a uh, clean smell. That's just the way my own. I can't wear anything that's flowery. I can't. Well, not that men wear anything flowery, but I don't like any musk. I don't like the way I smell in musk. I like clean smelling scents. The one I'm really using a lot now, and it's not real expensive, but it's not real cheap either. And it's what's it called? Polo Red. I either like using Polo Red or Clinique for men's Clinique. And I find that those are very clean smelling scents and they smell good on me. So, um, what would you say smells better than those two combined? That's the question. Yeah, I've been working on music too. So, why am I not getting your text showing up here? Here we go. Yeah, I'm working on my controller. Ah, I was doing music, which I'm going to be doing in a few minutes as soon as I get off of here. So yeah, there's not a lot going on tonight. I haired them. I got everything looking good on these masks. Um, so go dogs. What's better than Clinique? Happy for Men. Happy. It's Happy for Men. That's what I couldn't remember the name of the title. Happy for Men. That's I use that, and I use Polo Red. Really, I'm gonna have to check into that. Sauvage is a spicy fresh. As long as it's not musky. I don't like a musk. I don't. It doesn't smell good on musk. Does not smell good on me for some reason. It might be just me, but I don't like musk. I don't like a musky smell. Yeah, man. I was hoping. I gotta get. I gotta get in touch with Asylum. I gotta send his mask off, and I'm gotta. It's international, so I have to make sure that I. Pipe Master, you man. See, I did do the creamier look. Here, let me turn this around. Pipe Master's got his mask, and I do like it a little creamier. I think it looks more. It looks more accurate. Hold on now. Look how close. Look how close I got these masks. Asylum is not international. Oh, Asylum is. Who's the guy? I forget who. Oh, it might be. Yeah, the other guy. The other guy. I'm sorry, Pipe Master. Pipe Master's on in the house. Yes, he's got his mask. Yeah, I think the mask looks a lot better in person than it does on this video here for sure. But you can see the colors are matched perfect. They're creamier. Yeah, Takeoff is in Germany. That's who I was. Takeoff is in Germany. He's next though. He gets his mask next as soon as this one sells. When this mask sells, that's when I'll be making Takeoff's mask, and then we do another drawing. Certainly did. Pipe Master, I mean, you really tell me, does the mask look? I didn't really ask you this question when you were here, but I should have asked it. And does the mask look a lot different in person than it does when you're, seeing it on film or pictures? I think the pictures are pretty accurate. They're pretty accurate to what you see. God damn it, I see this. It photos really well, doesn't video too well, not in this lighting anyway. And it doesn't seem to video real well with, you got to have high definition. 1080p or so, I think it's 720 that this broadcasts, and it just doesn't give it, you can't see the details. If it was 4K, I think you'd see everything. But YouTube doesn't give us 4K yet, so that would be nice if they ever switched. But I think streaming in 4K would be next to impossible, the amount of data that it would take. So the mask looks better in person, I think. You know, when you really get this thing, that's when you go, oh, okay, yeah, that works. And did you guys go to my Pipe Master? Did you go on my website, customcorpses.com, to see the uploaded video? I want to start posting more pictures up on that thing too, a lot more pictures. And I agree. I do think I have to make the dents a little bit more heavy on these masks. Just the details have to be pushed in a little bit more. See, you know what it looks? It was heavy enough in the sculpture, but when it translates into a mask, you lose a little something. You know, you lose some. I don't know. You just lose a little bit in the shrinkage. So I have to make sure that my seam line's a little deeper in my lips. I have to make sure that the lips are a little more defined. I mean, they look good here. Don't get me wrong, but they can be better, and they will be. I think I'm going to say this. This cheek line just needs to be a little bit deeper. Now, Pipe Master, I was talking about how I don't like the way, you see these lines that come in all the way to the nose? This is the nostril flare out. This needs to be blended in more right in here. This has to be part of that front of that nose. They're a little too cut right in here. They're a little too sharp. I'm sorry. They're a little too sharp right in here, and that gives it that nose looks more pudgy than it actually is. I just don't, I'm not going to change that nose. I think the nose is really on the money, especially when you're looking at the profile. Now the profile, I want to round the face a little bit more. I'm going to round the face a little bit more. I'm going to deepen the cheek lines. And what else do I want to do? I think I want to make a little bit more of a tuck on this eye cut right in here. I want to make this tuck in a little bit further, which is going to change this eye cut just a little bit, but not a lot. I'm holding this, man. I'm going to make it so it tucks in a little bit better. But the eye cuts are spot on. I don't want to really mess with them too much. I really want to get them, they look good. Definitely got the Nick Castle nose. Yeah, there's these little things, and I'm pointing them out to you guys because you don't really. And maybe I shouldn't do that because it's not good for business. But you know what? I'm a perfectionist, and this mask is going to be perfect when it's all said and done. Now, when I painted this mask, when I painted it, the lips look perfect. They don't really look like they have to be changed at all. But without the paint on there, this lip line feels like it's just up a little bit too high. Like they both got to come down. All right, you see where my finger is? Right on. Each corner of the mouth has to come down by about that much. Just has to go down a little bit deeper, a little bit more of a slant downward. I don't want it to look like it's got a little smile, but it's really kind of doesn't the way it is. But It's non-expressive. That's what you're really after. You're not looking for any expression. And that's the hardest part about Michael Myers, the non-expression. And right now it looks very narrow because I'm too close. I'm literally a foot away from it. The shading is good. It's really on the money. The shading is nice. And I ordered, I'm going to tell you, Pipe Master, if you're still on, I ordered a brown charcoal. It's actually like it's made for makeup, and it's a dust. And I got a dark brown charcoal instead of the black charcoal, so it's going to be more accurate. I want more of a brown shadowing in here. Thorburn, what's happening? And this paint scheme seems to be changing as I'm doing this. I want to get away from that black charcoal in here. I want to start using a brown as it is in the screen used mask. I just couldn't find the charcoal. It took me a while to research it, but I finally found it. And it's actually made for makeup, but it's not makeup. It's literally a powder that you spread. And I can use that on the lips and in the crevices in here. So I have a naturally shadowed brownish, shading. Lightly. I don't want this blacking. I don't want the black, and I even want the eyebrows to have a little bit more of the brown color. If you look at, let me grab that picture and just hold it. Now, this isn't a great picture because I printed it with a laser printer, but if you look at the color difference, like see the eyebrows are like a little bit browner. Yes, I do. Go Dogs. I have a Facebook. Look me up under John Hickman, John. You know what? Let me just show you. Let me just show you the Facebook. We'll get back to this picture. Now the charcoal, the black charcoal. Hold on. Here I am right here. Look me up under John Hickman. All right. I also have a professional page for John Hickman in parentheses DJ Styles with 2 Y's. That's me. Can't go wrong there, huh? Okay, now I want to go to the other profile. This is my business profile. Wow, I don't know why I have to click that twice. There's Custom Corpses. And you can find me on Facebook. All right. There you go. Now I haven't been using the Custom Corpses for, I developed it. I think I created this like a couple years ago, and I never even used it. And I'm finally starting to use it, and everything's really starting to take off on it. I'm getting a lot of traction on that. I don't know why I have to do that twice. Why do I have to do that twice? It shouldn't have to go. Now, see, I put the mask on eBay, as you can see. And here's my controller. Hey, man, DJing all the way. That's a Rain 4, baby. Red Row. All right, man. Yeah, we got Red Row in the house. So, yeah, I'm hoping Asylum jumps on here at some point because I got his mask and I need his. I still have to paint the sideburns on his mask though. I still got, see how I did those? They're lightly colored on that mask, and I still got to paint those sideburns a little bit, or the glue line. Yeah, tomorrow, Red Row, we'll have to upload the video I did for the eBay. Thorburn, at Thorburn. Hold on, hold on. No, I actually, Thorburn, I actually asked him about these different colognes. I use Happy from Clinique. I like that scent because it's a clean smell. I don't like musk. I don't like musky smells. I can't, I don't know. I just don't like them. I don't like the way they smell on me. So I use Happy, and I also use, right now I have a bottle of, what do I use? I just, come on, Polo Red. I use Polo Red. Yeah, I know. It's funny stuff. Yeah, yeah, you got, it's almost bedtime, man. But, but that's my Facebook. Add, add me, send a friend request. Go Dogs. I'm really careful on who sends me requests. So without saying your whole name, uh, who am I getting a friend request from? Okay, just so you, yeah, give me a little hint so I know what to look for when you send me the request. Polo Red, man, that stuff's delicious. I have so many women. I'm a disc jockey by trade. I work in the bars. And Jesse, okay, got it. Okay, Asylums is here on the right, and this is the one that's on the left is the one that's on. It's going to it's on eBay right now. I got to wait for Asylum to you know send me his contact information. Plus, he's got to send me his shipping money. If he's local, I think he's not that far. So I mean, I don't really care if it's a small amount. But these, oops, okay, I got a request. What was that? Oh, that's just a buddy of mine, Scott. He is sending me pictures. Oh God, he's going to drive me crazy now, right? Picture, 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 picture. This guy drives me nuts because he sends like he doesn't send like a picture. No, he sends like 15 pictures. Blip, 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 blip. I'm like, my God. Oh, he's a good guy. I just, uh, I just, I don't know why he does that, but he does. He sends like a whole bunch of pictures at once, and most times I don't have enough time uh, to read them all. But it's mostly politics and stuff. So, but he also is a movie producer um, and a director, and he has to do some acting every once in a while in his films. But he's a good guy. He's a good guy. So anyway, yeah. So to getting back to what was I going to say? Yeah, in this the Polo Red, man, I get a lot of women complimenting that. They're always asking, "What is that? What is that? What are you wearing? What are you wearing?" I get that so much, and because I'm in the bar and nightclub business, you get that, you know. So I don't get hit on like I used to. I'm too old for that shit. I don't care though. I can't say that. Some people would argue that point. Some people would say that I always get hit on, but I don't know. The one to the right is definitely Asylums. This side, this right, this is Asylums right here. He's got a nice mask. It turned out really nice. Both of them are painted identical. I think almost spot on identical. So getting back to this picture. All right. See, I'm using charcoal for the eyebrows. and they look more blackish, like a darker black, blackish. I want to use a brown. I don't know, the left looks better for some reason. I don't know why. I think they both look good. They both look good. So, getting back to this picture. Now, I think they do use charcoal on the lips here when they paint this. And it's a black charcoal. Same with the nose, but there's also browns in there. But the eyebrows are definitely, it's bent, so it looks weird. The eyebrows are more, yeah, it could be the lighting. It could be, but they do look a little more brown, these eyebrows. Yeah, I know it could be lighting, but I tried to go with like what I'm seeing. I mean, every picture that I've seen of this thing so far, what is that? I don't know. I just got another message. I'll have to. This mask looks more creamy, a creamier color than, and as you can see, if you look at this, the shadows not helping here, but you see this little, this is in here, this little line that goes into the mask. It's actually in the mask, the same as that line right there. And there's really not too many features on this side, what we can see. Yeah, when I change this mask, I want to widen this area just a little bit more. I thought it was very wide on the sculpture, and it turns out when it converted to mask, once it became a latex mask, this area seemed to narrow down a lot more. So that means I've got to widen. But this is stuffed. You have to remember, this mask is sitting wherever it's sitting. It's stuffed. It's actually, you can tell that it's wide. It's pushed out. It's flared out. So, I mean, this mask would look the same way. I'll get it later. This mask would look the same way if I widened it. I can't do it from here. I gotta have two hands and I can't. But you stuff these masks, you can make them look exactly like that one. Asylum gets this now. He's got this. I just have to wait for I need his address and stuff. Asylum's done. I just have to send it off to him. The drawing last week, Takeoff Vision won. And when this mask sells, which is on eBay right now, this could last a day, it could last a week, it could go into 2 weeks. The minute this sells, I start making 2 more masks. And then everybody's name goes in the hat again. And, when this mask sells, I make the mask for Asylum and send it off to him. But I have to sell, each time I sell a mask, that's when I send away a free mask. So the last mask I sold, Asylum won the draw. So he got the first mask. Well, it's actually the second mask. Pipe Masters got the first. These are prototype masks. We're considering these prototype masks, and Pipe Masters got 1. Asylum's going to have 2, and and Takeoff Vision will have number 3. And then whoever wins the next drawing after this one, when this one sells, Takeoff Vision gets his mask. And then I put up another mask. And then when that sells, then whoever wins the drawing, and so on and so forth. That's how I'm doing this. That's the only way that I can afford to do it, so to speak. And I just spent 500 hours on 10 gallons of latex this past week. So it's another $500 in the bucket. Of debt that I've been, I've got to make a lot of money to recoup a lot of money. You know, between the silicone, the latex, you know, all the stuff that, you know, adds up. You know, I just sent off for some more charcoal, the paints. You know, there's so many little things that add up, man. Next thing you know, it you're into it for $5,000, and you're going, oh my God, I've got a lot of selling to do to make up that money. So yeah, man. So that's where we're at, and I think that this. Oh yeah. So you know that could be the browning. That could very well be the browning that I'm looking for. Is adding that hair. That I could put hair on these eyebrows, and that might change the way it looks a little bit. You're only supposed to put very little. It's only, you know, like a very fine amount of hair on the. Uh, well, you're not getting a really good look at this mask right now. I'm so close to it. I got to get back. You got to be at least 6 to 8 feet away from a mask for it to. And these aren't stuffed. These are literally hanging inside. The stands are like literally. They're not pushing out on the mask at all. So the mask are like if you had this mask on, it would look so much different on you than it does when it's not on you. Okay, Red Row, you on the first page of eBay for Michael Myers mask in general. Really? I'm on the first page? Wow. Well, see, I've been selling. I think a lot of people haven't really been successful selling their mask on there. Um, 31st spot. Wow. Well, I just put it up too, Red Row. I just put the mask up at 7:30. It just got launched, so it's up there for what, for 7 days. I was going to do 5 days, but then again, I'm like, no, don't do five because that drops it on a Friday, and although that wouldn't matter because it's at nighttime. Yeah, I have to launch the mask when people are home. I don't want to have the mask coming to the end on like a weekday, say 3 o'clock in the afternoon, because people are at work, you know. So well, at least it's not 69, right? 31st spot. Yeah, I like that. 31st Halloween. Okay, was that a joke? Was that meant to be a joke? Red Row, 31st spot, or is that literally the spot? Ah, oh man. Yeah, I've got my wall decorations, and I'm hoping Red Row gets and does what he's talking about. He's getting into oh shit, 31st spot, Halloween 30 31. Ooh, I like it. Is that a good omen? I think it might be. The 31st spot, realistically. Wow, that might be a good omen. But you know, it's funny. I'm a one man operation. I think Red Rose is going to actually be helping me a lot in the very near future because I'm going to have to make several molds. I think to keep up with the work. Um, I'm probably going to have to make a couple molds at a time. Uh, I'm going to have to make stands too to be able to hold the molds while we dwell cast these latex. I'm gonna have to figure out some cool stands. Anyway, that's besides the point. So yeah, yeah, Red Row. I'm gonna get Red Row to work with me and get these masks out. If the demand's there, it'll be good. It'll be sweet. I already have a plan for you, Angelo, on how we're going to get you paid when you start working for me, which I have a feeling that's going to happen, no doubt, because I'm not going to be able to keep up with the workload. I think the workload's going to be pretty crazy. But I have a plan. I have a great plan too, I think. Oh yeah. So, all right, looks like I'm losing people. Did you see my comment saying that I'll just send you some money for my mask if I can get it quicker? Thorburn. Thorburn. You want to send money to? What do you mean as far as you want to buy the mask? I mean, I can do something about that. Yeah, if you buy the mask, then yeah, you're priority. You go right up, right away. I really don't want to sell you the mask. You've been a supporter. I want to do something else for you. Maybe here's what we'll do. If you're going to buy it, because you're supposed to get a free mask, Thorburn. Here's what we'll do. To get yours done, you get taken out of the what do you think, Red Row? All right, Red Row sets the price. He knows what I'm selling the mask for. Thorburn, how much do I sell the mask to Thorburn for to send him a mask right away instead of him being drawn in a hat? He wants the mask as fast as possible. How much do I sell it to him for? I don't want to be the one that throws the price at him. It's not going to be 600. That's my price on eBay when you buy it, or even when you buy it on a website. What's a fair price to get him the mask right away? Yeah, think about that. Go dogs, man. You really love this mask. You really love it. Thorburn, he's thinking right now. Red Row is. He actually, yes, he was in the running for a free. Yeah, because I have to draw it from a hat. I'm drawing it from a mask actually. He's getting a free mask. He was getting a free mask. He just wants it faster. And the only way I can give it to him and jump the line of everybody is if he pays for a mask. But I don't want him to pay full price. Not even close. Not even half price. How's that? So think 300 and under, Red Row, and then you set the price. You set the price, and that's what the price will be. But make sure it's 300 and under. Any of you guys that want a mask right away, if you spend, I want to wait till Red Row comes up with the price. And if you do the same thing, Red Row, 150 plus shipping. There you go. That's your price. That's your price. 150 plus shipping. And I'll start the mask right away. Yeah, baby. Okay, so all you guys, if you guys just want a mask right away, um, and you don't want to do the drawing and wait for sales and all that stuff, you send 150 plus you pay for shipping, and I will make the mask. I'll make all the masks this week. I will make every one of them. Everybody will get their mask right away. But you'd have to each of you would have to pay that amount, 150 plus shipping, whatever the shipping costs are. Usually it's not that expensive if you're in the States. Okay, so do you have PayPal, Thorburn? That's the best way to pay me. Set it up on PayPal. If actually go to my Thorburn, go to my Jesus. I'm trying to remember how to do all this stuff. This is what's crazy. I keep forgetting how to do simple things. Uh, you want to go to my PayPal, and you have to set up a PayPal account. Website is pinned. All right, cool. Raphael, how you doing, buddy? I'm so glad you joined us here, man. I really, really love your opening. You're so professional. I just really love it. I love this. I think the mask has to grow on you a little bit. These masks are less weathered, and I was going to tell you that the air bubble in the corner of the mouth actually is supposed to be there. That is actually something that's supposed to be in that sculpture. Um, oh, believe me, I was going to do away with that air bubble because I don't like it. But if it's not there, it's not a Michael Myers mask, from what I'm being told. So I don't know. It's crazy. I've only been sculpting in clay for 5 years, and 4.5 years to be realistic. Um, Raphael did an unboxing and he's premiered on the very first video. Please go check that out at my website at customcorpses.com, man. That red row, that's Raphael above us here. And I've been looking at your work, and Red Row actually was like, "Yo, man, you got to check this guy out." Red Row is, he's my partner and my in business. Um, he he said, "I've been watching. He knows about you." So Red Row knew about you, and I thought, "Oh, okay, that's really cool," And I thought, I seen your work is amazing, dude. I don't. I mean, I don't know if you. You obviously sculpt. I watched you sculpt that werewolf mask. I didn't get into too many of the videos, but I'm gonna start watching your stuff a lot. And actually, I'm gonna learn from some of the things that you do. And I will be correcting those imperfections. I don't hide nothing. I'm a very, very open person. I'm very realistic and very honest about things. It's funny. I'll tell you what happened. Uh, I sculpted this in clay. It looked great. I put the silicone on it. I siliconed a master copy and then realized, oh my God, that mouth didn't quite, it looks like it's going up just a little bit too high on the left side. And you pointed it out. Pipe Master was on there. He says, you know what? Once it's painted, you won't really see it. But as artists, and he's an artist too. So we know it's there. And I'm going, you know what? I'm definitely going to do a retool on this. I've got here you go. I want to show you this. Raphael. Here's my master silicone copy. And I'm going to pour up a clay head in this silicone. I made a master silicone. And I'm going to pour up a clay head in this. And I'm going to retool that to give it the perfect, perfect, perfect look. I want it absolutely perfect. I don't care if it takes me 3 more, to perfect this mask. I don't have I don't have a lot of experience in clay or sculpting in human figure. I don't have the experience. Now I've done whittling with animals. I've done some relief carving in wood, but I've never worked with clay. So – Oh, thank you, Raphael. I mean, you know, it means a lot, especially coming from another artist. It's the ultimate compliment when another artist buys your work. He deems it, because I don't buy masks. I really my reason isn't for any other reason than I just don't have the space. I don't have the space to display them. I'm not really a collector. I'm a music collector. Behind there's all kinds of records behind that facade that I have against the wall. I've got thousands of records. I've been a disc jockey for 50 years. Next summer will be 50 years. So Thorburn, you're getting your mask at a great price, I think. And you know, I hate. I know. I just can't afford to. I can't afford. I'm sorry. I'm jumping subjects. I'm reading this comment. Thorburn. I just can't afford to, you know, start making like everybody's mask and then sending it out all at once. I'd have to charge for it a little bit. So that's that. Uh, so Raphael, you know, getting back to your video, man, just the way you did it, just really impressive. Really loved it. Really loved it. And man, your work is outstanding. Anybody, uh, you see Raphael up there, check him out on YouTube, man. I mean, his work is outstanding. Oh, Raphael, I want to work out a deal with you. Instead of sending you and having you buy a mask for me, the retool mask, let's do a swap. I want a Michael Myers figure, a miniature. And I don't know, let me see, a 1/6 scale? I don't know. We're going to do some business together, man. We could definitely do some work together. I mean, I just really, I was looking at some of your work and I was like, oh my God, unbelievable. Beautiful work. You know, it's funny you found me by accident, and when I seen your channel, it really it got me. I was like, wow, hooked me. Go dogs. Yes, I'm a perfectionist, and I'll keep going at it until I get it perfect. And it means a lot to me. Oh, thank you, Red Row. Guys, Raphael's link is right there. If you want to go check him out on YouTube, man, you definitely got to check out his work. Oh my God, off the chart. I thought I was fairly good. I'm not at the level of this guy. No way. No way. Raphael, oh, amazing work. Raphael, thank you, but you're way above what I can do. I'm still learning the curve. I'm still learning. I'm still learning, and every time I hone in it seems like I hone in a little bit closer and closer to this thing. Um, with new pictures, you see new pictures. See, the problem is people don't understand as sculptors when you're trying to replicate something. We're limited because we only have so many pictures. We don't have perfect profile pictures. We don't have perfect anything. So what we have to do is guess, you know, what it looks like from each angle. You know, that's the thing. You have to understand when we're trying to replicate a mask, if you don't have a mask in front of you that's actually the screen used mask, there's no way to know what something looks like from like a different angle. Like when I turn that face just a little bit this way or a little bit that way, you're guessing because you don't have those pictures. You don't have the pictures from every angle. Think of it as a 3D printer and a scanner. A scanner takes thousands of pictures of an object, all right? And then it puts it up, uploads it into the computer, and then the computer analyzes it and basically 3D prints but it took thousands of pictures to get every angle of that mask, and that's or whatever object you're scanning and printing, 3D printing. The same principle goes for us artists when we're sculpting. We're trying to replicate something. I think the biggest reason why it's so hard to replicate this mask or any mask that you don't have a lot of pictures of, or you don't actually have something physical in front of you to sculpt from, uh, it's really tough to sculpt. And the thing about Michael Myers is what makes him really tough is because he's very emotionless. The slightest little frown, a little bit too high or a little too low, he looks like he's frowning a little too high and he's smiling. You know, you're trying to find that perfect expressionless, but you also want it to have just a touch of attitude with the scowl, mainly the scowl, the eyebrows, and the positioning of the eye cuts have to be just right, or you end up with something that has emotion to it. You don't want any emotion, you know. I don't. You want a little attitude, but not too much. A little too much, and you end up with a mean-looking mask. A little too light, and I don't know. You know, where's that put you? To find that perfect balance with Michael Myers is very hard to sculpt, and a lot of people try and fail, and I'm still failing. So I'm still learning, and every time I get a little closer with every mask. I get a little closer. And everybody's like, well, you ought to see. Here's what happens when you make a sculpture, when you do a sculpture, and then it's transformed into a latex mask. There's shrinkage involved. And every time a mask shrinks, it looks a little bit different than the sculpture, just a little bit. But it's enough. It could be enough to throw this mask off just a touch from what your sculpture looked like. If you look at my sculpture pictures and then look at the mask, you can see it looks a little different. But that's the way it is. Like the jaw line's much more narrow now. All right. The eye cuts, well, the eye cuts are pretty spot on still. Um, but the jawline definitely narrowed. The depth in the cheeks and the cheek lines are not as prominent as they were in the sculpture. You know, even the depth of the seam between the two lips, they're not as deep as it is in the sculpture. And I'm like, I got to go deeper. You know, I got now. There's all these little things that I learn every time I transform one of these into latex. That I got to go deeper. I got to do a little this. I got to do a little that. I got to tweak it just a little bit more here and there. And once I get it perfect, you know, you guys will be the first to know. But I'm gonna pour up a clay head tomorrow, another master copy, and I'm gonna start working on that as well as making these masks all through the Halloween season, and hopefully have this retool done. It probably won't be until after Halloween because I'm going to be very busy with this mask. But after Halloween, I'm going to have this retool done for you, especially you collectors out there. So, but I definitely want to get this retooled. Raphael. I appreciate it, Raphael. I mean, it's your video. If you go to my website, I don't know if you saw it, Raphael. If you go to my website, I put your video up. Red Row actually put it up. He's my administrator on my pages, and he put it up right away. He put it up right away, and I also love the quality of your videos, man. Just really, really awesome. I love your presentation, your intros, the way you outroed the whole thing by doing you did the box you did the opening of the box, and then you got dressed in costume with the mask on, and then you put it on display and showed everybody how thick this mask is by standing. It stands on its own. I mean, I could take that off the headstand right now. All that my masks are maximum thickness. I make them extra thick for everybody. There was two reasons for it. I needed the mask to shrink down. It was 25 inches in a thin casted mask. I needed it to shrink a little more. So in order to get the mask to shrink to the 24 and a half inch mask that it is, I needed it to be thicker. So the thicker a mask is, the more shrinkage there is. So it turned out by going maximum thickness, which is about eighth inch thick, you can't get a mask to go any thicker than that. Okay, sounds good. Thorburn, it sounds great. I'm going to jump off of here in a few minutes. Um, yeah, so he showed it. He showed the mask standing on its own at the very end. I thought it was just really, really well done. And I like your honesty too, because you know what? That's what I seek, especially coming from another artist. When you picked out that left eye or the left uh, lip line not being perfect, I already knew it, and Pipe Master knew it. We discussed it. And it wasn't until after I had already made the silicone master that I realized that this lip line wasn't perfect. Sounds good, man. Go Dogs. I'll definitely I'll add you guys as friends. Raphael, I've got 5 people that have been on with me since the very beginning of making this mask, and they all get free masks because of what they've been doing, and that's what's been going on here. And Thorburn really wants this mask bad, so yes, Thorburn, check out Raphael, man. He is really good, man. I just blown away by his artwork, and hopefully I can stir up some business for him because he's got some nice stuff, man. So I like the miniatures and stuff that he does. I don't know if you Raphael, do you do these sculpts on your own, or some of them you're retooling, or I haven't watched enough of your videos to really have a good idea of what you're doing on all the videos. But it looks like you sculpt a lot of that stuff, is what it looks like to me, anyway. The Superman thing, Christopher Reeve, man, I was like, whoa, that was cool. That was really cool. Um, yeah, he does the superheroes. I think he's got. I didn't see the video yet, but I was looking at the Batman miniatures. I love that stuff, man. Now, if I was going to collect something, that would be something I would collect because I can fit it. I have a big shelf up in my living room that I've been looking for something to put on, and that would be so cool. Red Row, can you imagine doing like a whole display of Michael Myers stuff on like that whole upper shelf, put the lighting on it and everything, and just do some really crazy stuff? We'll do the pumpkins, we'll do the house. Um, Go Dogs, you're talking to me, right? How long does it take me to do a mask? Well, I get a little faster and faster. I with the process that I do now, I don't have to sculpt from the scratch. I have the general shape right here done. It looks almost perfect. All right, but all I have to do now at this point is pour up what's there. It's already it's in silicone. So I just make another hollow casted clay head in the silicone master. And it's reason why I like to keep them hollow is because there's no seam on my masks. Why? Because with a hollow casted clay head, I can make a one-piece plaster mold over top of the clay head because it's hollow, and then I heat up the clay. Now I don't melt the clay; I heat it up to warm it so I can peel it out of there. I use hard monster clay. I don't use wet clay, which is a water-based clay. I use an oil-based clay because I have to keep the room somewhat clean. Looks like a disaster right now, but we're trying to get everything out of the studio and put. I'm putting everything in the back shop that I don't need in here, but that's still a process. Oh, wait a minute. What's Raphael? I have actually seen other masks that have the same kind. It's a bit smiling, so you're not the only one, my friend. But you know what? When I showed this mask to my kids, all grown up, they said it's. I have to read the rest of it. Oh, I don't know if I can see the whole thing. Oh, oh man, what happened? Okay, the most amazing mask they have seen. Really? I think the Nag's a little better than mine. I have to say that. I'm honest about my artwork. I think the Nag is just a little bit better. His version 2, it's a little bit better. It's a bit more. I actually overhauled a Nag version 2 Ultimate. I think it was called the Ultimate. Um, Ultimate for my friend Pipe Master that's on here. And I overhauled it. I painted it. It was a little too dark and gray, and it was too grayish. I think it was done on purpose because whoever originally bought the mask wanted that real heavy weathering. But Pipe Master bought the mask. I think he bought it on eBay, and he didn't like the color of it. You know, it looked good in the bright sunlight, but everywhere else it didn't. It didn't look good. So I overhauled it and I painted it. And man, was I nervous about doing that. Oh, was I ever. But it turned out really beautiful. Um, and I think that I really hit it out of the park. And I got to see that mask in my hand. So there's some things on my mask that I don't want to replicate what he did because that's not, I'm still trying to make it's still got to be a custom corpses Michael Myers, you know. But there's some little things that I want to change. I want to fix. I want to fix it so it's right. Um, so there's that. But I appreciate it and tell your kids, thank you for the kind words. I'm humbled because I don't see myself as this great artist because I'm still new to it. Yeah, Nag's mask is definitely a little bit better than mine. I think that I'm not trying to take it out. Some people like it better than some people are going to like this mask better than Nag's and vice versa. I think the thing is, if you don't, well, even your painting schemes. You did that werewolf mask, and I saw you sculpt that. That mask was really cool, man. That mask was really cool. I see you use Prozate when you're herring. Now I just use plain latex, and then I use a thing called tacky glue for the hairline. Um, that seems to work pretty good. I've never had any problems with the tacky glue. It's really tough. But Prozate I've never used. My buddy Red Row constantly tells me, "Man, that's what the pros use. You got to use. You got to get it." So I actually ordered some Prozate. I ordered some Prozate to try it out. Asylum, thank you. You came on. Yes, this is your mask right here, my friend, on the right hand side. That's your mask. It's I need your address. I need you to go to my Facebook. All right, look me up on Facebook. I think you're added. I'd give you my phone number. If you're on Facebook, I'd give you my phone number and we can get your address directly through Messenger, and uh, I can, send this off to you. Asylum, wait a minute. Are you in Germany? Asylum? Where are you located at? What part of the country are you in? What state? Yeah, see, everybody knows who Raphael is. I was in the dark. I didn't know, man. I'm like, Raphael, you're well known, pal. I really love it. I got to check out the Michael Myers statue. I don't know what you guys are talking about. When I go in the living room and ready to lay down for the night, I'm going to have to go check out that Raphael doing the statue, Michael Myers. And okay, so but Raphael, I mean the paint work that I seen you doing, man. Oh my God. Even the paint scheme that you used on the werewolf mask that you made, man, amazing. Really awesome. You're a hell of an artist. You're in Ohio. Cool. All right. I'm thinking you're in Germany. I got you mixed up with Takeoff Vision. Takeoff Vision is in Germany. For some reason, I keep getting you guys mixed up in my head. Back in, it's like Asylum, Takeoff Vision. I don't know what it is, but you two seem very similar to me for some reason. That's just seems similar. I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe it's the logo. Maybe it's, I don't know. I haven't figured it out. But come on. You're in Ohio, so that shipping's going to be nothing. I'm not worried about your shipping cost. I'll take care of the shipping. I need your address though. Asylum. Don't post it on here. Are you on Facebook, Asylum? I hope so, man, because I got to get your address somehow. Or you know what, Asylum and Red Row, if you're still on, post my email address with DJ Styles at it's DJ Styles with three Y's, DJSTYYYLES at gmail.com. And then send me your address there, and I'm going to send this off possibly tomorrow. Now I want to send it off tomorrow, but the problem is I'm having my truck serviced. All right, here's me on my Facebook. Hold on, look me up. I'm going to show you right now where I'm at. I have a new mask on eBay. This is me. All you guys, take a screenshot of this. Come on, man, go away. Take a screenshot of this. This is me. John Hickman, DJ Styles. That's my real name. So who cares? I also have a page called Custom Corpses. That's a professional page. But this is me. Add me as a friend. Asylum, just let me know what your first name is on here real quick so I know. Because I'm careful about who I add as friends because I'm kind of getting at the brick wall with how many people I can actually add. I know he's showing me political stuff. I don't want that on there. Anyway, yeah, and then through Messenger, I'll get your address and everything. That's the way we'll do that. Red Rose got to go to bed soon. I know he is. Joshua, okay, Joshua. I'll definitely. So, Go Dogs is in Tennessee. You guys are all within. We're all neighbors. We're all neighbors. I think anybody in this country is a neighbor. How's that? That's the way I look at it. So yeah, so that's me. That's my Facebook. send a friend request. We'll through Messenger. We'll get your email address, and I want everybody's contact information anyway. Thanks a reel you shared. Yeah, I got my reel. I added a reel to my Facebook, and uh, if you go to my website, I add all the reels that I create onto the website. Um, Tomorrow, I'll be adding the reel that I created for eBay. And I'm also going to start adding a lot more pictures and stuff. I'm going to start adding more pictures of the masks and screen used masks and the stuff that I use to pull um, my uh, my what I look at when I'm creating the mask. So I want to put some more pictures up there. The Halloween 1 and 2 and oop, I just got another notification. Teresa Sachs going commented on my Stamus. Okay, she got a comment on Facebook. I'll have to jump off of here in a few minutes, but I was hoping, Asylum, that you came on. I was kind of waiting for you to show up because I was really like, oh my God, I got to get his contact information because your mask is ready, baby. You want to take a better look at it? It's hard to do it in this light, but these masks. Now tomorrow, I still have to sign it. All right, you see, this is the mask that's on eBay right now. See how this is painted, and the hairlines, over paint. I still have to paint your hairline right here a little bit. You have the light shadowing. It's a little bit creamier. Your mask is creamier. It's lighter in shading. There's not a lot of weathering to it. You want it to look like that picture that's down there on the floor that fell. I'll have to grab that with my grabber because I can't bend. I got 9 vertebrae fused in my back, and that doesn't allow me to bend too well. So let me do this. Let's put this up here. See, that's why I own one of these, baby. I have like 5 of these laying around the house, different positions. Joshua, hi, what's happening, buddy? And I will definitely, okay, so this mask, in this picture, it looks creamier. The color looks creamier, and that's what I matched. I matched it to look like this. Lightly shadowed, as you can see. And that's how I painted your mask. Now, this isn't the screen-used mask. Wouldn't I love that? But it does look really good. So the lips look perfect. Come on, go away. Yes, you said hi. I saw that. I'm gonna probably fix all the stuff. Make sure I add you as a friend on Facebook and get everybody connected here. Yeah, because I want to get everybody's email address, and this way you know what's going on, what I got going on coming up. I'm going to be retooling this a touch more. I just got done talking about it before you came on. There's my silicone master of that mask right there. I'm going to make, I'm going to do another clay head, and I'm going to retool this just a touch more. I got to make the cheek lines just a little deeper. I got to make the lip seam just a little deeper. The one thing that I've discovered over the 4 or 5 different versions of masks that I've made so far is that every time you sculpt something, it changes just a little bit by the time you get it into latex because of the shrinkage of latex. So I wouldn't say you lose things, but you don't, they're just not as defined as they are in sculpture. Oh, sounds good, Asylum. Because I want to send this off tomorrow, but I bounced from one subject to the next. Real quick, Asylum. Tomorrow, my truck's being serviced in the morning. first thing in the morning, and it's a 4 hour. They're putting running boards, the automatic running boards on my truck because of my hips. I have to have those step ups on my truck. So they're putting the running boards on my truck. Now I was told that it's a 4 hour process by the company that sold me the things, and that's if a professional does it, which my mechanic is. So they're gonna have my truck for like 4 hours. So if I get my truck back in time, I'm going to send your mask off tomorrow afternoon. If I don't get it back in time, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to send it off on Tuesday. I should have my truck at first thing in the morning Tuesday. If they don't get it back to me, decent hour tomorrow. So I need my vehicle to send off the mask. That's for sure. Um, yeah. So that's what I'm doing. And this mask right now is on eBay. And we'll see. We'll see what we're going to do. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how this mask sells. Oop. Okay. All right. You know what I want to do. Got it. You know what I did? I snapshotted your address on my phone, and then just saved it. So now I just have to look up, and I'll send it off first thing tomorrow. Hopefully, I can get it. You know what? I might be able to use the other car. All right. So Asylum, you have Pipe Master has number 1. Your mask is number 2. It's a prototype number 2. You have proto number 2. All right. Pipe Master had to have number 1 because he actually came and picked up his mask yesterday. He was here and he loves the mask, but I didn't. I actually had to. He was the test fitter and it fits him perfect. Fits him perfect. So he was like, "Oh my God, I didn't think it was going to fit." He thought just like I did. I mean, I thought maybe the mask was too big. Mask is perfect. It's 24 and a half inches, and it's a very thick mask. So very thick mask. So it'll have Velcro in it. It doesn't have the Velcro in it. It's not signed yet. I'm going to sign that tomorrow. I got to tag it tomorrow. I got to tag the other mask too. I didn't tag them. Actually, Monday, the new tags come in. Now here's the thing. I have my new tags coming. You know what? Let me wait until Tuesday because Monday they're supposed to be here. The new tags. I actually have some really nice I think they're 3 inches by 6 inches long or something like that. 6 or 7 inches by 3 inches wide, and it's a bifold card for the masks instead of my little name tags that I have. So these are big, and they got some really cool information on them and stuff. So I'm going to wait till that comes, and then I'll tag your mask with that new tag. Yeah, that would be better. So I will wait the extra day and just kind of send it off on Tuesday, just to give you that better tag. And anybody that's bought a mask from me, that's on here still, um, including you, Raphael, if you're still on. I'm going to send you the new tag. I have your address still. I'm going to send you the new tag instead of the business tag that my business card that was on there. I made it. I had official tags made for my mask. So I'm going to send them to you, and hopefully they turned out okay because I zoomed in on them and I looked at it and I thought, oh boy, it looks a little pixelated. Some of the pictures that I used. Hopefully that's not the case, but we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. but I will send everybody a tag uh, of that for the masks that bought a mask. So Raphael was the first one on eBay to buy one. This mask will get tagged with the new tag that goes out on eBay, and this one here is going out to Asylum, and you'll have the new tag as well. So yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited for the retool too. I think the retool is going to be even closer, and more perfect. Asylum, I know you are. I know you've been following me, and you've been. I watch your videos. I do go to your channel quite often now, and I check out your stuff. I do. I just yes, you can. I haven't signed it or anything yet. Let me just put it in my hand. You know what? You want me to put it on for you? I'll put it on. Now I got a 23.5 inch head. That's my. Let me put my. I'll put it on. I'll put your mask on. Let me see if I can get myself within frame here. Hold on. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. I'm going to put your mask on. Come on. Now let me show you. Look how thick this mask is. Can you see how thick that is? That's really thick. This mask will stand on its own. Let me see. Let me just show you around. There's the top of the head. Now I have to paint your sideburns a little bit yet. I still have to paint them. The glue stuck there. Get that off of here. But it's a really nice mask. It's nice. The shadowing's just right on the lips. It really is nice. I don't know. Am I in frame? I hope I am. You know what? Hold on. You know what? Before I show this off, let me put my YouTube channel up so I can see what you're seeing. Stop. Enough of that. There we go. Okay, now I can see what you're saying. Let me try and get a little closer to you. Now I can see what you're saying. And you can see it's got a little creamier color to it. It's made to look like the actual mask. Now, when I get real close to the camera like this, it distorts the actual shape of the mask. But the hair is freaking sick, dude. Sick. I'm excited for you, man. Trust me. Every time I sell one of these, whether I'm making money or not, my objective isn't really the money. Yeah, everybody wants to make money, but I really love it so much that I'm excited for people when they get this, and I can't wait. And I want you to do an unboxing for me, Asylum. I want you to do an unboxing and video it. Raphael did his video, and I'm going to put you on the website. So it'll also push your channel. When people come to my channel, if they watch your video, it'll help your channel on YouTube. And also you advertise. When you do the unboxing, the reveal, do me a favor, Raphael, I'm going to say, Asylum, go to my YouTube channel, or not my YouTube channel, go to my website, www.customcorpses.com. Go to that website and watch Raphael's unboxing and take pointers from how he did it. And believe me, amazing the way he did it, his unboxing. But try to do it like that, and you know, it'll boost your channel quite all. I think that'll really help your channel out too as well. Still some hair. I don't like having too much hair on there. I really take a lot of that hair off of that. Yeah, all right, there we go. That was one that was bothering me right there. Static cling too, man. But the hairline looks really good, guys. Look at that. Look at, you can't even see the glue line. And it looks natural. It's very natural. All right, so now for the big test. And I have a heavy scowl. I have a pretty heavy scowl on my head. So I've always had a big scowl. Anyway, I used to have a lot bigger head, but I've lost a lot of weight. So, with that being said, let's put the mask on and see what Asylum's going to be looking like. Now this is snug on me. My chin is right there. My nose is right there. It's a perfect fit. And look at the eyes. Deep in shadow. For some reason, when you're looking at this mask, when it's off of you, it's the shadowing in the eyes that make the eye cuts look bigger than they actually are. When the mask is on you, you'll see that the mask is perfect. The eye cuts look a little bigger than they really are. And if I go too heavy with the weathering, it can really, it can make the eye cuts look bigger than they actually are. So with the lighter weathering, the way this is done, you can really see the eye cuts aren't very big. So, where was that? Okay, so we're going to put this guy back on the stand. Damn it. Yeah, that looks good. I think that mask looks amazing, to tell you the truth. I really like the paint scheme, because I think the subtlety of it is really so much better. E.J. Myers. Well, I'm glad that you like it, you know. Asylum, you're going to be scaring up some people this Halloween, that's for sure. I don't know. Some of you guys don't wear them. You know, some of you guys just put them literally on your shelf and just leave them there, which I don't blame you, because I think that's the way I would be. I'm too old to be chasing kids. Although my heart's in it, my body can't follow. I would love to be able to. I wish I was young again. I do, man. I wish I could relive this whole thing. And I actually now wish, that's the one regret now that I could say I could look back on. I wish I had started doing this years and years and years ago. What are you going to do? Life is art. You know? You don't know what's coming until the next day arrives. That's kind of like what art is. You don't know what you've got until the next day arrives. Just never know. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm excited for you guys. Sometimes I get more excited. That's like Joe Thorburn. If you go to my website, you'll see his video of his unboxing. And do me a favor, Asylum, definitely do an unboxing for your channel. And then you have to send me the video of the unboxing, because I'll put it on the website, and that can also help your channel too. Anyways, I don't know. My website's liable to blow up and get really busy, and if it does, then anybody's video that's on there is going to actually, anytime somebody buys a mask from me, or gets a mask from me, is going to have a video on my website. And I'm going to insist that everybody does an unboxing, whether they like the mask or not. I'm going to be honest. One thing I'm very, very transparent about my hobby here is because I love it with a passion, but I also like corrective criticism, because you can't perfect anything without somebody critiquing you. You want to be able to, and that's how we got to this point, guys, because of you guys. You guys critiquing every little move. Now we're close. We are so close. I can taste it, but we're not quite there. Just not quite there yet. So, but we are very close. And I'm a perfectionist. I just can't help it. That's just my nature. I've always been that way. That's how I've succeeded in life too. You have to really love what you do with a passion to really achieve at a higher level. That's how I succeeded as a disc jockey. I took it seriously. I've had all levels of DJing. I've done all levels. I've had my own radio shows. I've had, let's just say I've done everything I ever wanted to do. Let's just leave it at that. I'm not bragging about it, but what I'm trying to tell all you guys out there that do things, it's very important to find your passion. Find your passion. What really makes you tick? Can you make a living at it? That's the next question. If you can make a living at it and you really love it, you'll succeed because you have a passion. So it's really tough. Your passion really will, it'll intensify your push, your work ethic. Everything will be, oh yeah, you push, you drive. In this business, what don't I like? Repetition. That's why I think I need to make another sculpture in clay. Because if I was literally just making the mask and painting the mask and hairing the mask over and over and over again and doing trying the same thing all the time, that would be boring to me. That is not, even though you created this, you would still get lost in boredom, I think, over time. So I have to always be creating too at the same time. Knowing that the next page is going to be a little better than the last page. You're turning a page. Every time you turn a page, it just gets better and better and better. And even when I leave the Michael Myers genre, once I've mastered everything that I want to do, the thing is, this flashback mask that I'm trying to perfect, when I get it perfected to the point where I love it myself, where I don't see anything wrong with it, that's when I will age this into the 2018. Now, we know that it's really hard to get a hold of a good copy of the 2018 H40 mask. That's what I should say, the H40 mask from Trick or Treat Studios. They're next to impossible to get good copies of it now. They're all washed out. Everything I've ever seen in premier places that are selling the mask, they're bad, bad, bad masks. I would never buy the ones that they're producing now. So with that being said, if Trick or Treat Studios doesn't make new molds of this mask or something, they got to do something to improve the quality of the mask. If they can't, then I think the H40 is going to get popular as well. If I can replicate that H40 with the flashback, I'm just going to age the flashback into an H40. I think that would be unbelievably cool. So, yep, that's the plan going forward. Everything's going to be based off this sculpture that I make. So, Let me read some of these comments because I have my phone away out of my hand now and I can't read your comments on here. Silverado, what's happening, buddy? Having a great night as usual. Hair is perfect. The paint job is. Thanks for. Thanks Thor. Asylum. I'm gonna wear it or just display it. Asylum, display it. Burn Asylum, nice. Yeah, some people don't wear the masks. That's what I'm saying. Some people just use them as display. Before I send it off, I'm going to clean it on the inside, so you don't have to worry about that. Clean it, and I'm also going to powder it a little more on the inside, so you'll have a nice clean mask, and you don't have to worry about sweat hitting it or anything. Or I'm not sweaty anyway, so I'm not sweating right now. Thorburn. Yeah, check it out. Yeah, it just looks a little white in that shot because it's wrong angle and light's hitting it right in the face, I guess. I don't know. This looks a little more yellow, but they're literally spot on, same color. Same color. Now tomorrow, I am going to wait till Monday or Tuesday to send your mask off because I want to paint this. I want to sign it on the inside with my gold pen. And I'm also going to tag it with the new tags. Hopefully they come tomorrow. They said it's supposed to come tomorrow, but the mail has been so fluky. The two masks that I sent out last week took an extra day to get to Banduma. It took one extra day, and it also took an extra day to get to Raphael. I always keep an eye on the tracking. I track the mask all the time, even though I don't have to. I do that for customer service because I'm on top of it. If something gets lost in the mail, you're going to be the first one to know. I'll be the first one to know because I'm checking all the time those masks that are in the mail, because it's frustrating. People are really excited to get things, and all of a sudden it gets lost in the mail. And I've been hearing this kind of stuff that's been going on with USPS, yeah, USPS. Yeah, so I've been hearing that kind of stuff. Hopefully that's not true, and but I'm hearing that people are losing their mail constantly, and things are coming real late. And even this one, the two masks came. They were supposed to be there at Thursday. Was what the original. They were sent off on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday was 4 days, and they were within the states. One's California, one was Wisconsin. Was it Wisconsin? I don't know. I have to think. Anyway, yeah, it was Wisconsin, and it wasn't that far away, but it took the extra day. It took an extra day for both of them to get there. I don't know why. I don't know. It wasn't like that. Last year. Last year I didn't have any problems. When it said it was getting there, it was there. Now all of a sudden it's not getting there. I don't care how long it takes you, Asylum, as long as you do an unboxing. I want an authentic reaction to the mask. I don't want you to pre-open it. Some people do that. They'll pre-open it, and then you don't get that authentic reaction. And most times, a real reaction is not like this. Oh my God! No, that's not the truth, because the first thing you start doing when people are first looking at a mask, they're really looking. They're looking at it, and they get intense. That's how when I looked at Raphael's reaction, and same with Benduma. both of their reactions are kind of like, okay, and they're looking at it and they're looking at it. They're not going overboard with excitement, um, but the more they looked at it, the more they loved it. That's what it was, and that's an authentic reaction to me. Anybody that kind of opens it up and goes, "Oh my God," and starts acting crazy, it's doesn't seem authentic to me. It just, but it's not, and I want real criticism. What could be better, uh, because we are still in the process of perfecting this sculpture. So. Um, I keep saying, "Oh yeah, this is the one. This is the one. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done." No, that's not true. I've come to accept that I'll even find things that I'm not perfectly happy with, so I want to fix it, and keep that in the back of my mind. Plus, it also keeps me from getting bored to death. So I'll keep the sculptures going until I get this thing absolutely stunningly perfect. And also, I also noticed in the screen used mask. I'm going to show you this little tip, guys. Um, the face is more round this way, the profile. This here looks a little bit too, it's rounded, but it's not round enough. So I have to bring the chin back about to here, about right here. All right, I have to bring this chin line back a little bit more. All right, the nose is where it is perfect. The top of the skull, I think that's almost right on the money too. I just think the chin line has to come rounded more. This neckline, I want to bring that back to about here. All right, with the new sculpture, the neckline has to come back. The lip line, if you look here on this, you can see from the profile it's not quite right. It has to be more of a slant like this. Let me show you. Let me take something a little bit um, in color. So you can kind of see that lip line should be like this. That's how it's supposed to come down a little bit more. And why I say that, it's supposed to follow suit with this line, cheek line, lip line. That's how that's supposed to be. See what I'm saying? See, cheek line, nose line, lip line should come down a little bit too. And that follows this line and this line. These lines are important. They're just, I just every time I think I'm right there, but I'll see something just a little bit off. And it's not really far off. I just have to drop that corner down just a little bit on both sides. And get that smile out of there just a little bit. But I got to be careful. If I go too heavy down, if I go too far down, it's going to look like a frown. We don't want it to look like a frown. We don't want it to look like a smile. We want it to look like non-expressive. That's the key. That is the magic. So there are little things that I'm going to change. I was trying to keep them from everybody. I'm like, no, you know what? You've been very honest about everything else. Let them know what you're doing, why you're doing it. And, I'm trying to perfect this mask. I'm definitely going to set the chin further. I'm not bringing the chin out. I'm bringing the neck back. I'll probably extend the back of the head out a little further to counter the loss of neck here. But I need this neck to go back further. And I'm thinking literally, and this jawline, I want to redefine this jawline. I want this deeper. I want the jawline to be out further. Or not here. This isn't going to come out further. This is going to be cut in further. Same with this. All this is going to be cut in further. So there's going to be more of a chin. Probably all the way back to here is where the throat will be. This part right here will be back around here. We want a longer chin. So that's what I'm doing. There are the little changes that I plan on making with this mask and to perfect it. I want it perfect. It's got to be perfect. All right, guys. With everything that I've been talking about and let you guys see what I'm doing, I think I'm going to end this stream and I'm going to add you guys as friends on my Facebook. Now that you've sent me messages, hold on. All right, go away. And I'm going to jump off of here now. I'm going to say goodnight. I'm going to add you guys as friends. Peace and have a great night. And I'll see you guys on the next stream. And Asylum, I'm going to send your mask on Tuesday because I want to hopefully those new tags come tomorrow. They said it's supposed to be here Monday. So if they get here Monday, then this mask and that mask will have the new tag. And then I'm going to also send out the new tags to people that have bought this mask. I got to send one out to Banduma, and I got to send two out to Banduma. Three actually. Three because he's got my first mask. He bought my first mask. He's got the second mask, and he bought the 23-inch pool that I made. And I sent that. He bought that mask as well. So I'm going to send him 3 tags, and I'm going to send Raphael a new tag for his mask that he can put on there himself at some point, or he can display it somewhere else altogether. But peace, guys. Thank you. And I thank you for your business. I also love that you guys are sticking with me on this whole process. Thank you. Peace.